So that just leaves one more thing. We are now going to work on how to create an Azure Boards chatbot with Power Virtual Agents. All right, so I told you to go check out Power Virtual Agents earlier. Let's go ahead and get in here, sign into our Power Virtual Agents. If you've already got a bot in here, you've been playing around previously, you can just close that bot and then come up here to the right where you see the little bot icon and create a new bot. Now we're going to call this, you can call it anything you want, no code test bot. Choose all the right information here for the language and the environment that you're going to be using. Once this is all ready for you, then you can come up here and we can start exploring some things. We'll go into the topics. Now, oftentimes the bot will need just a little bit longer before it's ready for you to create topics. So we'll have to sit here for just a few more minutes and then it'll let us know when the bot's ready and we can start creating our trigger. All right, so our bot is ready now. We can come in here and hit the plus. Now I'm just adding a phrase that our bot's going to respond to. Anytime I type in assign to me, what should happen is it's going to go out and find the query information and return that back to me. So assign to me. We'll tell our bot to respond to us and just say, hey, let me check on that for you. I'm also going to give this a quick, better name. Over here on the right, save that. The next thing we need to do is go in and add a new node. We're going to call an action. We're going to choose the option to create a flow. Now that's going to open up Power Automate for us, where we can create our flow. This is going to look a lot like Logic Apps did. There's already a couple of things in here for us that are related to Power Virtual Agents in terms of passing in information and passing out information. We'll use this output, but we'll get to that in a moment. The first thing we want to do, though, is actually come in here and create the first step. Whenever this Power Virtual Agent runs, it's going to be looking up something in Azure DevOps, just like we did in our Logic app. So we'll search for Azure DevOps. Now in Power Automate, all of the Azure DevOps connectors are part of their premium package, so you might have to keep that in mind. We're going to come in here and get query results, just like in Logic Apps. We'll choose the organization, choose the project that we're working on, and the query ID, which we've got from earlier. Right here, the exact same one that we were using for assign to. We'll just copy that again. Go to our query ID, paste that in here. I can go ahead and hit save up in the top right anytime I'm ready. Once we've got our query results, then we have to then do something with that, just like we did in Logic Apps. Over here, we need to create a variable that we're going to store that information in. So let's go to add another action. I'll search in my connectors here for anything related to variable, and I want to initialize a variable. Just like before, we're getting the query results, so I'm just going to call this variable query results, set it as a string. Rename this a little bit. Once we've got this variable set up, then we're going to start looping through the results, our query results. So we'll come down here, we're going to choose the control, and we're going to apply to each. That's just like the for each from the Logic app world. And here in this field, we're going to go with the value that you see here. And click out of that box and then come down to the add an action. So for every value, now we want to append the query results into that string that we were using. So let's look for variable, and we're going to append string variable. The name of our variable is query results. And what we're going to do for this is just like we did in our logic app, where I'm going to paste in some HTML, and after edit, I need to add the ID. And then here inside my HTML, where I have something I want to click on, we'll make that the title. And then we'll also add state. Give this a different name so we know what we're talking about. Okay, so we're taking our query results, we're putting it into that variable for us. And then the last thing we need to do is actually pass that back over to our Power Virtual Agent so that the bot has all that information. And in order to do that, we just do one more thing here. We're going to add an output. It's going to be text. We'll call it query results. And in here, we're going to supply the variable that we've been populating in the steps above. So we'll click variable query results. And that's it. We'll come up here, save it. I'm also going to give it a different name here. So let's change this name to get assigned to query. We'll just name that flow, our Power Automate flow, something a little bit easy to spot. Because what we're going to do now is return back to our Power Virtual Agent. We just kind of click away so that we see our nodes here again, our blank canvas. And if I go to the plus to call an action, now instead of doing the create flow, if I scroll all the way down, it doesn't have the name updated yet, but this Power Virtual Agent's flow template is the one we were just doing. And you can see the query results are coming back. That's what this field here means. Okay, so we're getting the information back from our flow, even though the name's not right here. Now we're going to add one more step to show the results. And we'll just choose our variables, query results. I'll do another save. I'm always saving. And now we can test our bot simply by coming over, clicking on the bot, which opens up the test window. Down here in the bottom, we can type in assigned to me. Now our bot's going to go run that flow and comes back. And here it's not very pretty, but these are the results. And if I was to click on this, this should... Oh, I forgot to change this this URL here. So let's go do that real quick in our flow. If you remember, the no code demo is the name of our project, but we didn't change that here. So we'll change that. Now we'll save it again. All right, if we click on our link, it takes us to our work item. Now we can go back to our Power Virtual Agent, to our bot, and publish it. Be ready to use it in other places like Teams or Slack or your favorite chat or website, anywhere you'd like. So that pretty much does it. We've covered 4 different things today. We've gone over logic apps. We've gone over Power Automate flows. We've done Power Virtual Agents, and they all talk to Azure boards, passing us information that's important to us, all in a no-code way. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Looking forward to talking to you. Bye.